Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about the first and only gay wedding I ever attended and, spoiler alert, how that couple is now divorced. But before I get to the juicy details, I need to take you back in time and introduce you to Jerry Kim, a tall Korean medical school student. We were both 26 at the time when we matched on a dating app, and though we didn't meet in person at first, we commented on each other's social media posts here and there. One day, he started messaging me about hanging out. I thought, finally, he's making a move. But he told me that he had a boyfriend already. Strange. But whatever. I was open to making new friends, and, well, he was a good-looking guy. We ended up having dinner and watching a movie with 3 other gay guys, both of which we were also meeting for the first time, and neither of which was his boyfriend. Also a bit strange, right? But whatever. I went along. And actually, Jerry was good at getting us to share about ourselves and setting a positive, friendly tone. He talked about his boyfriend Nick, an 18-year-old undergrad at his school, how they met, what he liked about him, and how things were going. At the time, I was actually unofficially seeing an 18-year-old as well, Jimmy, so we had something in common. 3 out of 5 of us from that night continued to hang out and eventually became pretty good friends. I eventually met Nick and brought Jimmy along for day trips, group dinners, and house parties too. We enjoyed each other's company and had a great time exploring events and going on excursions. But at the back of my mind, I always wondered, did Jerry really like Nick that much? It seems like Nick was very into him, eager to move in together, cook for him, and sing his praises. Jerry, on the other hand, while sweet and a great mentor, would sometimes say things that made me question how serious he took their relationship. For example, Jerry would casually say things like, "Guys are a dime a dozen," which made me feel that he sees guys, including Nick, as replaceable and dispensable. To me, I tend to prefer people who see the unique value and preciousness of each individual, seeing that each person has irreplaceable, indispensable qualities. But who was I to judge? They seemed like they were happy and stable, and a year after they started dating, they got engaged. I was both surprised, but also not that surprised. I knew that Jerry might have been looking to marry a US citizen because he was here from Korea on a student visa. But I was shocked that he pushed to tie the knot after just 1 year of dating. But hey, who was I to judge? And by the time of their engagement, I had already stopped seeing Jimmy and was now talking to Jasper, a guy I initially didn't find attractive, but later fell in love with after 6 months of platonic hangouts. But I'll save that story for another video. Hopefully this story isn't getting too confusing with all the names. But basically, Jasper and I attended Jerry and Nick's small courthouse wedding, and we celebrated with dinner at their friend's house. It was a beautiful and exciting day for me because it was my first gay wedding. It gave me hope and a model for what I could potentially have in the future. Jerry and Nick were building a life together with themselves and with their friends, hosting themed dinner parties and planning trips for our group. They were a happy, good-looking couple attracting admiration from the other gay guys who in contrast seemed to be with a new guy every couple of months. Hey, don't judge, okay? As time went by, we gradually lost touch, and Jerry moved out of state for his residency. One night, as I was browsing Instagram, I noticed that a bunch of his photos had been deleted. Upon further sleuthing, I saw that he and Nick were no longer following each other. What? I messaged a mutual friend and he told me that he actually saw Nick on Grindr and learned that Jerry had cheated on Nick. That they were now divorced. Wow. That hit me harder than I thought it would. Sure, people get divorced all the time, but Jerry and Nick's wedding was the first and only gay wedding I went to. I was invested in their marriage. I saw my own hopes and dreams in their bond of love, and now that was broken. Betrayed. Gone. I got a bit depressed after hearing that news. Again, much more than I thought I would. In fact, I didn't even think that would affect me at all, but it did. A lot. Even now, I'm having trouble believing that a healthy, happy marriage as a gay Asian American is even possible anymore. I just haven't seen it happen, and when I thought I did, it ended up in infidelity and lies. Honestly, I didn't mean for this video to get so negative, and I don't feel completely hopeless or depressed. But what I do want to see, what I really, hope to see is more Asian American gay couples in healthy, strong marriages in the media and within my visible social range. But what about you? Have you ever been to a gay wedding? Do you know any gay married couples? How are their relationships? Have you experienced something similar as I did? Please let me know in the comments below. And lastly, it would mean so much to me if you would like this video and subscribe to my channel. Have a great day!